EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.
EJ Boxing Live here, covering Keith One Time Thurman versus Danny Swift Garcia fight. Hopefully Danny gets past Sammy Vargas, and we can have a big fight at some time this year or next year. I'm not too sure when, but let's break down who and why, who's gonna win and why I think is gonna win, and yeah, let's talk about that. So Danny Swift Garcia, a lot of people think underrated for the whole of his career, wasn't supposed to beat Amir Khan, wasn't supposed to beat Lucius Matisse, basically cherry picked against Herrera, who Herrera was a top level fighter. Basically he's got a top level resume at 140, unified the belts for a good long period, moved up to welterweight, struggles a bit, but getting a couple of decisions. If anything, he reminds me of Jesse Vargas in some respect, but he's achieved much more than Jesse Vargas, as a champion, and he's still undefeated, even though people might think he's lost. Alright, Keith One Time Thurman, supposed to be the heir apparent, wanted Floyd, wanted all the big fights, never happened. Struggled a bit against Robert Guerrero. What's his name again? What's that guy's name again? The one again went is Ricky Hatton. Louis Collazo body shot him. Bundu kind of went the distance. He didn't think that was going to happen. Most of the time we look at Keith Thurman, we're thinking like when he's timed him to step up, it just doesn't happen. He had a good fight with Sean Porter. That was a great fight as well, and he's there. I think it's not a crossroads fight, but it's a fight that I think even if they fight this time, it will probably may have a rematch at some point, but nobody's really giving Danny much of a chance. I give Danny a big chance, boy. Danny can really hit, man, and Keith has shown that when he gets hit, he I'm not trying to say he's got the best of chins now, but I'm trying to say that he shows he can hurt, and Danny can handle. Danny's built his way up naturally into the weight class, and if Keith is not in his game, he can get touched up, man. See, Keith will be I think this is the way the fight will go. Keith will be touching Danny up with punches and building up the points, and Danny will come back with some of these big haymakers and big left, that big swift left of his, man. Keith will be touching up Danny. Danny will probably be bleeding and stuff like that in the fight, and if the case, can Keith Thurman go out onto the 12th, and can Danny catch up with him? Danny will be down on the scorecards, but he'll come back with his work rate and that big left hook of his, but Keith Thurman will be touching him up, man. I think Keith Thurman's going to put a fight how he beat Diego Chavez, that kind of fight, and maybe Danny will be in a fight like Amir Khan, where he's down losing. I had him losing most of the rounds against Amir Khan and then came back. I think that's the sort of fight could happen. Very dramatic fight could happen. So I look forward to this fight. I'm gonna go with Swift. I just like the way what Swift is doing. They're both undefeated, so either way you pick, if you're picking Thurman, fine, one time, but I'm gonna go with Swift in this one. A lot of people underestimate him, so I'm picking Swift. Who you picking and why? Leave your comments in the comment section. I'm EJ Boxing Live, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.
EJ Boxing Live here. EJ Boxing Live here.